Coach, kind of a two-parter. How tough was it for your group to get into a consistent rhythm tonight? And then, with your group, which is normally really good at turning teams over, not generating enough of those, how did that contribute to that?
I think that first quarter got us. I think there was just a lull to the game. We didn't have the energy that we needed to come out. A back and forth early. We couldn't put the ball in the hole. I think that was a big portion of it. But like we've talked about, we can't let the offense shot making or misses impact our defense. And I think that was a big portion of that first quarter. Just trying to generate that energy with the group of guys. We defend, we play physical, we play aggressive. I think we weren't allowed to do a little bit of that tonight. Now they were. And so I think that was a little bit of some of the disparity in that regard. But, we have to be better at it and adjust accordingly as the game is going on.
Talked about it in a few games now, how sometimes the energy just isn't there in the first quarter. How do you go about kind of finding that or maintaining it? Because the guys were able to get back in the game, and then the 15-2 run to end the first half. How do you kind of maintain that energy and that flow?
Well, this was the first time in like 3 or 4 games, I think, that we didn't have the energy that was needed. And so I think, we'll bounce back tomorrow. The great part about the NBA is that you get another crack at it tomorrow. And so I think our guys will feel this sting right now for what we've done and the way in which we played, and be ready to bounce back tomorrow against Milwaukee.
You kind of alluded to it a little bit, but you guys have always been talking about searching for consistency and wanting to keep 4 quarters of effort up. When a game is one of runs where, it's kind of going back and forth for the first part, how tough is that to maintain for your group out there?
Well, tonight it was just a little different. I think the momentum shifts, happened to come, we'd miss a shot and then come down, they get an easy basket. Then we, try to defend, get physical, fouls called. And then so it breaks the momentum of the game up. I think when that happens in a game, you've got to adjust to the way that the game is being called. And then you got to just, show your hands a little bit more, do a better job defending without fouling, regardless of how they're calling the game. And then you've just got to make sure that you don't let the makes or misses impact the way in which you defend.
We saw Paolo go through his pregame warm-up, and then he got downgraded out. Just what went into that decision?
I just think just making sure that he's, available, for the long haul. I think, walking into a back-to-back in some cases is plays a portion of that. But our just ability to just keep him healthy, for the duration more than just, try to jump right back in.
What have you liked about the way Jet has maybe developed his game as a playmaker? I mean, when we talked to him, he talks about the fact that he did a lot of that in college, but in the NBA, we haven't seen that a whole lot until this season. So what have you liked about his development as more than just a three-point shooter, I guess?
Well, I think just being able to have a well-rounded game. I think with all our guys, it's going to be about decision-making. It's going to be about that growth process of how do they keep improving their game. We talked about as a group being able to make quick decisions, make the right pass, make the right play. Again, I think us being able to take care of the basketball was a big portion of what occurred tonight. And if we can take care of the basketball, we give ourselves a chance in these situations.
The Wolves really struggled to make field goals in the third quarter, but Anthony Edwards was still able to kind of make a big energy play. Where do you guys have to kind of find, maybe you can't make that kind of an energy play like Ant did, but where do you kind of find a way to make those energy plays when maybe the team is stuck in rut or find a way to get to the foul line like Minnesota did in the third quarter?
Wait. Can you run that last piece back?
Yeah, just like how do you find a way to
get to the foul line like Minnesota did in the third quarter?
Yes.
I think just being able to get downhill and attack the right way, not looking for the foul, but, being able to generate the right type and knowing, how they're playing. They were extremely physical, as we were as well. And I think just being able to generate the same type of calls is important for us, getting downhill, because I think we attacked the basket just, a decent amount. They got into the paint, 45 times. We were in there 40 times. And I think it's just our ability to stay aggressive, not get discouraged by whatever's happening on the floor. And then, obviously, we got to let our defense create our offense so we can get some of those easy baskets to create the momentum.
You talked about it at shoot-around, trying to run Anthony Edwards off the line. His three-point shot-making ability, first quarter comes out 3 of 3 on a heater, finishes the game just 4 of 11. I mean, what was the difference between him in that first quarter knocking down those triples versus the rest of the game?
Well, again, it was that first quarter that sparked it off. You know, I think that our ability to jump into the game plan right away with physicality, not ease ourselves into it. I mean, he started off a little bit comfortable, and then as we turned it up a little bit, you know, him being able to have to take tough shots, getting him off the line, had a couple drives to the basket, but again, our big ability to get him off the line was the first priority. You know, and then again, that's why that first quarter is so important, to be able to come out with the energy as well as following the game plan.
Thank you, Coach Mosley.
Thank you all.
You know, how tough was it to get into a rhythm tonight, and what were some of the kind of factors that contributed to the slow start?
Just, I would say just not, being ready to start at the beginning. I don't think anything or anyone, wasn't ready to play. Just had a slow start. A lot of shots wasn't falling, layups wasn't falling to start the game. Maybe that could be the reason why, we had a slow start. But I just think we didn't come out with enough energy to just get the game started.
And kind of building on that, when the team is struggling to kind of find that energy, what can you do, or what do you need to do to kind of bring it back, if you can?
First and foremost, we had to stay together as a team. In them moments, teams, usually start to pull apart. I would say, for us, the main thing is just staying together when we have them droughts and not scoring, or we turning the ball over. But to get the energy back, just playing hard. It'll turn around. Just continue to play hard, physical. Continue to shoot the open shots that we create. I think that's our biggest thing. We turn down a lot of open shots that we need to just take.
Kenny, you talk about that first quarter and the first half that you guys had in general, and Anthony Edwards came out 3 of 3 to begin that first quarter of play, ended up finishing the game just 4 of 11. Just what went into the first quarter of play, him knocking down those triples, and then the adjustment period for the remainder of the game? I
think the first quarter was just, we wasn't aggressive enough, including myself. I was starting on him. And it was just rhythm shots for him. And then the second half, we just kind of turned up the pressure, followed the game plan that we had for him, and forced him into tough twos, and try to contest every shot that he attempted. And we did a great job on him in the second half, I would say.
Kenny, you guys weren't able to generate that many turnovers against them tonight. How much of a staple is that for you guys to pressure teams into turnovers, and how key is that, when you can generate those to help boost the offense?
It's key for us. Our defense is what we lean our head. Unfortunately, we just couldn't, turn them over, get as many turnovers as we thought. But turnovers for us, the extra possessions, I think we can use them, to get out in transition and try to get some easy baskets. And for us, we have to protect the ball because we need them possessions. And we also need try to get a shot up every chance we get down the court. Not a one-pass shot. Just try to play, both sides of the floor.
We'll be back in action tomorrow. What do you want to see from your group as you get set for the Bucks?
What was that question again?
Your group will be back in action tomorrow. What do you want to see from your group tomorrow to start off against the Bucks?
Just energy. No matter if the shot's going in, no matter if it's turnover, no matter what goes on within them lines, just continue to play, stay focused, and just be ready to play. I think our biggest thing is just losing that focus at some point because of the shots not falling or turning the ball over. So I'm just looking forward for my group to just not worry about anything and just come out and play basketball.
Picking up on Dan's point, obviously tonight's loss stings, but with Paolo potentially returning tomorrow, how excited is you and just the group as a whole being able to have him back in the lineup and just moving forward?
We all excited. We first and foremost, we want him 100% healthy, and for him to come back and being able to just play. is great for him, and we're exciting for us. We're looking forward to him, just seeing him on the floor, and just playing with him. Him having a great start of the season, and then unfortunately losing him. I think he's more excited than we are.
We know how important a guy like Jalen is, and even a guy like Mo is, to kind of giving this team some energy and maybe a little bit of an edge. With both of them out, for however long Jalen's out, who do you turn to find that energy? Is it a collective effort to make sure that you guys are kind of playing with that you can't replace Jalen obviously, but playing with that spirit that you need?
I would say it's collective, and we have to do it as a team. Like you said, we don't have them guys that, usually our energy guys with us right now. So, right now, it has to be a collective as a team, as a group, not only just coming from me and Kojo, but for everybody. Everybody has a say-so. We need to hear it. And, we feed off each other energy. So if one person is down or not focus or anything, that it tends to linger. So we try to stay focused and continue to just play.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.